What is good, y'all? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Today we are watching Umbrella Academy Season 4 is absolute garbage by Angry Ant. It's an Angry Ant by Blurred Caliber. Bro, listen to me. Anybody who watched Umbrella Academy since the first season, goated first season, by the way. Goated. Second season, good. Like almost amazing season. Third, like it's the third season of the show. It's not gonna be perfect, but it wasn't horrible. It was good. But we like, bro, the next season got to be amazing after that. It's the final season, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Let's get
Well, uh,
to it.
well, uh, well. See, this weekend, was that Thursday? Was that Friday? I don't even know. I got off work and your boy went to go see Borderlands. And that just when I tell you there's nothing worse than after a long day at work, getting into something that utterly just pisses you off and just voids you emotionally. That movie was horrible. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Because, this weekend, I've got The Umbrella Academy to watch, and I've got Batman Cape Crusader to watch. And thank God for Batman Cape
Ooh,
Crusader.
I gotta watch Batman Cape Crusader. I don't really be watching too many DC animations anymore. The last one I saw was a Green Lantern animation movie. Oh my god, that was so good. That did it for me. That was the best Green Lantern content I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, that Ryan Reynolds movie was horrendous.
the one shining spot out of this weekend. Because I need whoever wrote this season of Umbrella Academy season 4 to present themselves in front of me. Present yourself to me now. Because you can't tell me that this was written by a professional writer.
Oh
There's
my
no way
god.
that the same person who wrote season 1 and season 2, season 3 in my opinion was weaker
Eh.
than season 1 and 2, but there's no way that the person who wrote season 1 and season 2 wrote season 4. Season 4 has to be the coked up brainchild of some interns that work at Netflix. Netflix had to have been in the middle of the writer's strike and was like, we need Umbrella season 4 to go ahead and drop for our metrics. So go ahead and get Jeff, Steve, and the guy that Shawn Michaels kicked in the face, Stan. Get those people together. Put them in a room. Don't give them food. Don't give them water. Just give them cocaine and coffee and have them write this season. Because when I tell you that I think that this season for the Umbrella Academy did for the show what season 8 did for Game of Thrones, I'm not fucking exaggerating.
Oh my god. Don't you ever compare Game of Thrones to that piece of garbage from behind Red Lobsters. Boy, do not ever. I know season 8 was but don't you ever compare that soggy, nasty, overused multiple times condom of a season to Game of Thrones. Don't do that. Don't do that. That season. Oh, bro, my little cousin could have wrote a better season than that. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh my god. Watch it, y'all. Watch it. If you haven't watched Umbrella Academy, you watch me right now. Watch season 1. Watch season 2. You're gonna get blown away. You're gonna be like, whoa, this can't get bad. Watch season 3, you're gonna be like, it's chill, vibey. No, it ain't gonna be great, but it's gonna lead you into a great season in your opinion at the end of it, right? Oh my god, bro. And I think it was a little break from season three. Like it was like a year where like we didn't have it. So it was like a while before you even seen it again. And then when you seen it again, it was so horrible. Like it was almost like you could cry, like because it was so bad. In that last episode of season four, oh God, I was so embarrassed. Like I was embarrassed for myself for being a fan of it. I was like, whoa, this is what I've been watching? Maybe I do need to go do something with my life. Like maybe I need to turn this TV off. This shit was a waste of my time. And don't get me wrong. In your head, you thinking like, it's bad, but like, bro, that was the last episode of the entire show. So that's how they ended it off. From season one to season two to season three to season four. That last episode of season four was the end. There ain't no coming back from that shit. They didn't do no groundwork at all. They didn't care about us. They gave up on everybody that watched Netflix when they were putting out that season.
In the slightest, okay? Every development, every relationship that we've been building towards for the last 3 seasons don't mean jack shit in this season. Allison goes through this entire arc, right? She's a horrible mother. She loses both the man and the girl and her daughter in season 1. She gets together with Ray in season 3, and he shows her a better path. She loses him, and her whole decision that she's making throughout the entire thing is I gotta get my daughter back, I gotta get Ray back, and I gotta fix my family.
Yes.
And at the end of the season, of season 3, she fixes that, right?
Yes.
We walk in, she's got her daughter, she's got Ray, who technically isn't even supposed to be in this time, but somehow through space-time magic or whatever,
Yes.
he's now her husband and the mother and the father of her child. Great. Are we going to get a build-up of that relationship for all the lessons that she learned and how she realized both her daughter and her husband were the most important things in her life in any way, shape, and form? Are we going to build upon that? Fucking no. We're gonna reset her right back to season 1, Allison. I'm losing my fucking voice because I'm so pissed off. And she's gonna have to relearn all the lessons that
Oh, I forgot about a lot of that shit. Oh, I'm about to cry. It was so bad. Oh my God. I don't want to ever hear nobody ever say season 8 of Game of Thrones was horrible. Watch Umbrella Academy from the first season to the last. I don't want to ever hear that shit again. That was the worst season I've ever watched of a TV show ever. I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry, dog. Oh, that was the worst TV. That was the worst TV season I've ever seen in my life. And I don't want to ever hear nothing else about Game of Thrones again after that shit. Game of Thrones had 8 seasons. They only have 4, which means that they didn't have to do a lot.
that she had to learn over 3 seasons in 6 episodes. Not only that, the man that she fought and reset an entire timeline and betrayed her fucking family for is just gonna up and leave her. No explanation. I don't know whether or not Netflix had some type of scheduling error with the guy and he just couldn't come back, but that brother is essentially gone. All the character development for Klaus, we're going to reset him right back to season 1 Klaus, and then we're going to rebuild him, not over 6 episodes, we're going to rebuild him over 2 episodes, where he has to relearn just how important his fucking family is and how exactly it is that his powers work. Diego and Lila, Fuck their story. We don't give a shit about that. We built that shit up during season. Was that season 2? Season 2 was the time was the Keeper Victorious timeline, I want to say, and then season 3 was when they're in the Sparrow Academy timeline. Yeah, nah, fuck all that development. We don't give a shit about that development. We're not even gonna spend any time building up the family dynamic in any way, shape, or form, or making us see a more developed relationship between the both of them in any way, shape, or form. Nah, dog. Fuck all that. She's gonna cheat on Diego with 5.
Oh my god. Oh, oh, why did they sign up for that shit? Why did they sign up for that? Why? Did they read that script?
That's gonna be its own fucking video and discussion in and of itself. Because I truly don't know who was smoking what when they decided to have Five and Lila get into this weird ass triple power dynamic relationship. And what I mean by that is technically, Five is like mentally an 80-year-old dude. And he killed Lila's parents. And that was her whole reason for getting revenge on Five. But also, Five is also an 80-year-old dude in the body of like a 16, 18-year-old guy. Yes, there's been a 5-year time skip, so he's probably like around, I don't know, 22, somewhere around those lines. But Lila is still around 37, maybe close to 40 when we encounter her character again in this fucking season. Then they get stuck in the fucking temporal loop train station, which is its own fucking enigma that is never explained where it came from.
Oh,
It's just a MacGuffin, a device that just seems to exist all of a sudden here for whatever reason. Because this show makes it seem as though this train station concept has been around for like 3 fucking seasons. It fucking hasn't. I don't give a shit if we stop at the fucking diner and there's 7 different fucking Fives.
now listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. You don't understand that there are certain things in this show that don't make sense, right? They don't make sense. But we at least understand why they exist, you know? Like we understand why they happen, why this happened, why this happened, why this person did this, why this person did that. Season 4 threw out every it threw all out. It threw everything out that teaches you what you need to know about what's going on. It threw it all out and just threw us a story. It threw us concepts. It threw us different like it just threw us different things that we weren't expecting nor did we think made sense. Like that train shit, it was so abrupt. Like it came out of nowhere, right? Oh, we stuck on a train. We gotta get somewhere. We gotta get to this part of this place. And we're stuck. They were stuck on the train for decades. Like they were just stuck. And I'm like, we get back to the other main line of the story, right? Everybody getting their shit together, right? The mission is still a go. Bro, Lila and Five are fucking on a beach. Lila and Five are on the beach. Get a Nikki while her man is dealing with the kids. And Five looked like a freshman in college. And she looked like she looked like she just looked old. And it made no sense because that's your brother's girl. Why are you doing that? I don't even want to watch no more of this because it's bringing back a lot of shit. Like,
from like a bajillion different friggin' timelines who've all essentially given up and decided to retire in this place because they're all talking like, yeah, you know, a version of us went off and created the commission, another version of us went over here and did a thing, then another version of us went over and did a thing. You motherfuckers didn't exist until these coked up writers decided to create your fucking existence this season and just shove you into the goddamn story. Because before, the way in which we were working is one timeline, it gets done, it gets reset, and then there's a new timeline. And there really wasn't any hopscotching between all of the different timelines. Is the train station a really, really cool concept? Yes. Absolutely it is. I feel as though the one time a show should have done the multiversal thing is the one time a show decided not to do the multiversal thing and ended up fucking up its entire history that it is essentially set up over 3 seasons. This show departed from the books in season 1. Which is wild to me because I have people on the channel that fucking complain about Game of Thrones and, oh, book purists, Fire and Blood. Umbrella Academy has deviated from its source material. I think
don't you get on this show. Don't you get on Game of Thrones. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. It was not that bad. It was not that bad. That Umbrella Academy shit. I want my time back. And I canceled my Netflix subscription after that. I did. But I got it back a little bit later. But I did cancel it. Because there's no way they're going to throw something at me like that. For my money.
episode 2 of season 1. Okay? At no points in time have I seen a group of people come together to be Umbrella Academy purists in some way, shape, or form to right this fucking ship. But at this point in time, I would take the absolute fucked up, insane chaos that happens in the comic books over whatever the fuck this bullshit chaos turned out to be. Because at the end of the season, we discover that, oh, there's the marigold that's inside of us, which for me, the marigold, maybe it was something that was mentioned in season 3 at the end of it when they had to sacrifice their powers. I truly don't fucking remember, but there's like the marigold, then there's like the other thing, and if that thing comes in contact with this thing, then it's gonna end the fucking universe because these things weren't supposed to exist, and we gotta reset things to the original timeline, which means that we have to erase ourselves from existence, so there's not gonna be any closure in regards to our fucking character.
This is a regular season, by the way. You see how he going on and on? That's like season 1 and season 2. Like you normally have to go through this. Like, where's just so much shit going on, right? Season 3, same thing, but it was a little bit less like chaotic, but it was still chaotic, right? You get to season 4, right? And it's just shit that you don't like. You can't even sit here and like, why? Like, it's not like it's a trip, right? It's a field trip, right? Every other season a field trip. Every season's a field trip. But this field trip seems so odd. So odd. And it's almost like everybody just got a little bit too old. You know, we was on a field trip in our senior year or something like that, and just, you know, it's not as exciting as, you know, it used to be. And then at the end of the trip, we get into a car accident. The bus just hit somebody else's car. It ended up being the worst trip ever because we all stuck on the highway for 2 hours waiting for something to happen. And then the highway patrol come pick us up one by one. Everybody just sitting there hot, hungry. That's what season 4 felt like. It felt like we were sitting on the side of a highway watching everything go fly past us, all the cars flying past us while we sitting there waiting on our trip. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this never used to be like this. Our field trips used to be fun. This is not fun.
characters, but then we have like kids and we have family, and we're gonna put them in the train station, which is the MacGuffin that takes people in between the timelines, and then we're gonna put them on the train and we're gonna erase ourselves, but then the train station is gonna erase itself, so then like our family is probably dead or they don't fucking exist. I don't give a fuck because I'm high on coke and caffeine, so I'm not gonna write that or give any closure to whether or not my family exists in this original fucking timeline. I'm just gonna put 7 fucking flowers underneath a tree, and then those flowers are gonna release the marigold back into the world to cause some more fucking chaos. Oh.
He's not exaggerating. I promise you, he's not. He's not. Watch it from season 1 to season 2. Watch those 2 seasons. I would watch season 3, yeah, because you have to, because it leads right into season 4. Watch season 1 through season 3. Do it. Just have some fun. Watch it. I would even say watch season 3 and then go into season 4. And then after you're done watching that bullshit, just watch season 1 and season 2 to feel better. Okay? Because I didn't get that privilege. We didn't get that privilege. We had to watch season 1, beautiful. Season 2, amazing. Season 3, but amazing. Shit.
Like when I tell you I was mad watching this entire fucking season, I was mad watching this entire fucking season. How many episodes? Hold on.
8.
Umbrella Academy.
8.
How many episodes was season 1?
Something like 8.
Umbrella Academy. How many episodes were in season 1? How many did we get?
It's an 8-episode show.
We had hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Somewhere around here. Let's just go to IMDb. Let's go to IMDb. Let's go episodes. Season 1 had 10 episodes. 10 episodes in season 1. 10 episodes in season 2. 10 episodes in season 3. 6 episodes in season 4.
That should have been a red flag to us. I ain't gonna lie. We should have knew something was going on. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't really get on Game of Thrones, bro. You can't really do that. You can't get on Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones had 8 seasons max. And how many episodes? Sorry, I was in another video. Game of Thrones. Episode guide. Each season, well, season 1 was a shorter season. Season 2, we had how many episodes? 10. It's 10 episodes a season, right? But we had 8 seasons. Season 7, I believe, 7 episodes. But these are long episodes. 9, 10 episodes a season. 8 seasons, though. We was getting fed. Feel me? We were getting fed. We had a 6. Every time they do the 6, something wrong goes wrong. I ain't gonna lie. I'm noticing. Something bad happens after that 6th episode. I'm noticing. Every time they do, they go from a max episode number and they just lower it down, like take off 3 episodes, and there's something wrong. Keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind.
The worst reviewed episodes at that. Started off great, ended with like a 5 out of 10. Worse than season 3. And season 3 is my least favorite, even though there are some aspects of season 3 that I still really, really fucking like. Worse.
They should have stopped
6 episodes. Shit CGI. There is a scene where I don't know if there are people here who have seen the Chappelle Show, the Wayne Brady sketch, where Ashley Larry gets shot during the Wayne Brady sketch, and it looks so fake where he got shot at on his body. There is a scene, I think it's in episode 5, where these 2 guys working for Reginald Hargraves get shot. And the CGI is so bad that I had to jump back. I kept going back like every single time I saw it. I just kept rewinding it to look at it again. And I was like, how the fuck did we end up here? How did we end up here? How did you guys get my boy Nick Offerman to be a part of this season? Like, was getting him and paying him worth 4 episodes? Somebody has to explain that shit to me. Because I truly don't understand. I don't understand how we arrived at this point. Because it is rare, and I mean fucking rare, that an actually liked series completely botches its ending in every way, shape, and form.
It's almost like they wanted to botch it. It's almost like it was written to be botched. Like there was no way that you greenlit this. You wait. First of all, there's no way you screen wrote it. You made like scripts of it. It's no way the cast members read that script, visually thought about it in their heads, right, and mentally prepared themselves for that shit on day one of shooting. Like, oh my god, bro. It was such a waste of time, dude. Like,
Where it
they could have ended at season 3. Season 3 was a good finale, but like the way that they did it, nah, they could have ended at season 3. No, if you watch season 3, the endings, like the episode 10 of season 3, they could have ended it there. I'm not gonna lie. We could have just lived in our heads thinking, they lived in a different timeline now. Great, they're not gonna die no more. Everything's fixed. Hargreaves dead. There's nothing going on no more. We're done. Nah, they gave us another 6-episode bullshit. Fucked it all up for us and killed them. Completely killed them.
doesn't give a good end to any of the characters. It destroys the arcs that all of these fucking characters have been on since the beginning. Because at this point in time, like, to be quite honest, you can just delete this shit off of Netflix.
Bro,
There's no point.
if I ever see an Umbrella Cat, bro, they bet not ever. Just take it off just take it off the site. I believe there ain't a single person gonna watch the season that I'm telling them to watch. I don't even think y'all gonna watch it no more. And if y'all don't, I wouldn't care. I'm sorry. I am so sorry that they did that. I wouldn't I don't even know why I'm recommending this show to y'all. Don't watch that shit. Specifically, if you want to watch a really horrible show, there's some people out here that love horrible media. Watch season 4 of Umbrella Academy. Watch it. Watch it. Don't watch season 1. Don't watch season 2. Don't watch season 3. Watch season 4 of the Umbrella Academy. Watch it.
Point having it up here anymore. Nobody's gonna spin block and watch this shit again. I'm not gonna be like, you know what? Same way I treat Game of Thrones. I'm not gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch season 1 of Umbrella Academy. For fucking what? None of that shit matters. All the characters' histories and stories get shit on.
No, that Game of Thrones hate is always going above my head. I never understand it. I watched season 1 through season 8. I had an amazing time. I guess I just didn't read the books. But I didn't read the books for Umbrella Academy, and that was fucked. Fucked. Horrible. Oh my god. It was like losing your virginity. It was horrible. I could compare season 4 of Umbrella Academy to like modern day. Season 4 of Umbrella Academy is like modern day Arby's. Season 4 Umbrella Academy is like a reboot of Transformers, directed by the guy who directed How to Eat Fried Worms. Season 4 of Umbrella Academy is like a deep fake AI version of Michael Jackson coming back to drop a new album in 2025. Season 4 of Umbrella Academy. Season 4 of Umbrella Academy. Season 4 of Umbrella Academy. It's like if Kai Cenat never did YouTube and just got into streaming and nobody watched him.
All the development goes out the fucking window. Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't go out the fucking window. It gets basically reset for episode 1, and then we have to go back through the motion again all the way until episode 6. At the end of season 3, we see Ben riding on the fucking subway that we end up getting in season 4, and we definitely know he was erased from the timeline, so there'll never be a chance for that to happen. So why did that scene at the end of season 3 exist in the first place? All the different variations of 5 that created the temp agency and all those type of shit, like, where'd they go? Not only that, where the fuck did they come from? They even introduced a new fucking academy, like the Phoenix Academy or some stupid shit, like a one-off. Like, why are they there? Because if the argument is that this thing that's multi-timeline, because I don't want to say multi, you could call it like multiversal. It has to consume all the Marigold. Why is it just the Marigold from the Umbrella Academy? Oh, because the Umbrella Academy's birth is the ones that created the multiple timelines. Sure, but the Marigold exists in all of the branch timelines. Like, the Sparrow Academy had none of the Umbrella Academy members. They're full of Marigold. The Phoenix Academy had half of the Umbrella Academy members, one person from the Sparrow Academy, and like 3 new people we've never seen before. They've got fucking Marigold. There's like 23 fucking 5 sitting in a goddamn diner that's technically in a place that sits outside of the fucking timeline. They've got fucking Marigold. So
I can't spoil it, but even those 5s that was outside of timeline, they were definitely like, they were affected by the end of season 4. Like the end of season 4, they were definitely affected. That is so heartbreaking to think about.
All you had to do, season 4, there's a multiverse. We've seen multiple timelines. Now, multiple timelines essentially exist. And you could basically do a multiversal war between the different academies. I would have been down to see like 4 different versions of Luther.
Excuse me.
One where he's more Captain America and he never has to get the gorilla injection. One where he's more like Deathstroke. One where he's probably a little bit more like the Punisher. Multiple different variations and different fucking heroes. All of them basically fighting for like supremacy. Where they're fighting to basically preserve their timeline and make their timeline, I would say, the original timeline. Nah, we ain't gonna go with none of that. We gonna introduce interesting characters. They ain't gonna matter. We're not even gonna answer the whole is their family alive question. You know, all the characters die. We're just gonna turn them into flowers at the bottom of a fucking tree. We ain't gonna do nothing special.
Oh, he's spoiling it for y'all. Listen, yeah, the end of the episode 6 of season 4 ends with them all sacrificing themselves because of a certain member of their academy falling in love with a girl who coincides with some type of fire or whatever. I don't know. I forgot about the bullshit. They just became a monster, and yeah, a team member from the Umbrella Academy became a monster because he fell in love with a girl who was already a monster herself. They both conjoined together, became one big monster, and ended the world. So for them, the Umbrella Academy, they had to sacrifice themselves and kill themselves so that the monster couldn't die. Because if they die, the Umbrella Academy dude that's conjoined with the monster, he's a monster, he dies too, which will save the universe. And then they all became flowers under a tree because they were basically wiped out of existence. Everything that we all knew about them was gone. It never existed. Great writing.
Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm losing my fucking voice. I need to stop talking about this shit, and we need to start talking about Batman because no, 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 I cannot. I'm extremely sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody, but in the truest sense, who wrote this? Hold on, we gotta find out.
Let's figure that out.
We
Who
we
wrote
gotta
that
find out
shit?
who wrote this. The people who wrote this is Steve Blackman, Jeremy Slater, and Gerard Way. Y'all wrote this. Y'all wrote this. Y'all wrote this shit. Word. Word. No, no, no. Steve Blackman wrote this.
Only Steve Blackman?
Steve Blackman and Jesse McCown. Fuck y'all. From the deepest pit of my creative soul. Fuck y'all. 100%. I'm hoping they do y'all like they did Dan and Dave. No more fucking work. Ever. You don't get to write shit. You don't get to produce nothing. You just disappear into the ether. We
Bro, think about that's a bad pause.
never fucking see you.
Think about like their careers now. Like think about like, writers have to be like they have to be studied. They have to be you have to put in like a job review. You have to be just like any other normal person. They have to look back in your history and see if they're like capable of writing good stories. What Steve Blackman did with season 4 was not only make those actors look like complete and utter dipshits, but he made himself seem like the worst and utter dipshit of all. Like he looked like a complete asshole writing that shit, greenlighting that shit. Netflix is pathetic for greenlighting that shit. Why the fuck would you greenlight that shit? Why? Why? It was horrible. Um, it was a waste of time. You could watch a better show on Tubi. You could literally watch a better show on Tubi. Tubi has better movies than season 4 of Umbrella Academy. I could find a good Tubi movie right now.
You again. Maybe you drop something down the line, but your name is so fucking tainted and toxic that the community instantly sees your name and they go, "Fuck you." We're not watching. We're not watching.
Somebody who don't watch movies and keep up with the writers and stuff will find out who Steve Blackman is from season 4 of Umbrella Academy and specifically never watch anything that he ever makes again. That's how bad it was.
Nothing done by you, because this has to be literally the most dog shit. Because this is a series finale, right?
We ain't getting no more after this. It's a season finale. It's a series finale, not a season. Series. It's over with. It's over, dude.
It's a series finale. This is it. Eat my ass.
all right. All right. It was bad. It was horrible. It was pretty fucking pathetic. I would never. Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen, don't watch this show, bro. Don't waste your time watching that shit, bro. Like for real. Just don't watch it. Hold your money. Save your subscription on Netflix. Don't watch that shit, bro. I just covered it. I covered the episode where he talks about Five and Lala's relationship, so y'all wouldn't have to even see that shit. Y'all give Blurred Caliber a little. Y'all give him a follow, man. I loved his reaction to this. It was really good. Don't waste your time watching horrible media like that. Yeah, I know there's people out there that love watching bad media, but that specifically was not something that you should waste your time in like supporting. Anyways, like the video, subscribe so I can show y'all some more things that I am really ticked off about, like really, really mad about. Comment too. Tell me about your favorite TV shows on Netflix. Tell me about your worst TV shows on Netflix too. Peace.